Alright, so the reason I didn't update this last week was because it was still kind of fresh. And I already had a video made for that week, and it was still kind of fresh. I was still kind of upset. I mean, I still kind of am upset, and I probably will be for a little while, even though I've gotten past my time of mourning. But this stuff just, as much as you might try, sometimes there are things out of your hands, things that no matter how prepared you think you are, you're not quite prepared for that. And nature or something is just gonna come out of the blue and let you know that there's something that you need to change, something, or that there's something different you need to do, or something. So yeah, okay guys, so there was a day, by the time you see this, it would be the Saturday before last, and it got up to like 108. It was really hot out here. So I was checking on the rabbits, making sure that each of them had water, when I realized just how hot it was in the barn. You see that squirrel cage all the way on the other side? That squirrel cage fan? I had it right here blowing this direction for airflow. And you know, that works, but this time it wasn't enough. So I came out again to check on water, because I had already had some, spill a few. And I came out and I noticed that Pepper was having trouble breathing. So I kind of panicked. I picked her up, took her inside, put her right in front of the vent, then came back out. I knew that I had to start getting rabbits cooled down right away. So while panicking, I went downstairs, tried to get some cages, some carriers together so that I could take rabbits inside to the basement. I called my grandma, let her know that I needed help because my parents were not available at the time. And my grandma is the next person. My grandma is amazing. She's the next level-headed person that I know of. And I knew that I could call her. None of my siblings were home at the time, so it was just me. So I called her and I let her know that I needed help. So that's what we did. She came and she helped me bring rabbits inside, and then she brought this sprinkler. Apparently she'd had it in a box for 2 years and had never used it because, you know, she's got like 50 grandkids, so she gets things for the house for them to play in during the summer. Well, this never got taken out. So we cooled down the barn. And now everybody's safer now, and I've got this system set up. So, and it really did help. Of course, we were supposed to not get so much rain that night, but we got quite the downpour, so I had to come out at 2 o'clock in the morning to close the back flaps, just in case it got really windy. Well, that's done now. It's kind of muggy in here right now, so I gotta open this back up. And I might go ahead and turn on the misters and the squirrel cage fan again. Because it is a little muggy in here right now, and I need to replace everybody's water and all that fun stuff. So I did have 2 casualties. Pepper, my very first doe, and my very first mother, who was a very good mother. She was very, very good rabbit. She unfortunately passed away. And Skippio passed away, and so For right now, Cookie's in here so that she can be underneath the cooling system as well. But he passed away as well. He didn't make it. But I do have the last doe from their litter, the skipping peppers. This is Sugar Pea. I'm gonna keep her, and she's gonna replace her mama. The last female doe of their litter, the skipping peppers. So that's yeah, I lost 2 of my breeders. I panicked first and worked on saving the rest of my rabbits and setting up a better system of cooling. A lot of thanks to my grandmother, because she's cool, level-headed, she knows how to get things done. My grandpa also came over and helped, and it was very nice. She helped me bring the rabbits in, set up the system, bring the rabbits out, bury my 2 rabbits. They're under here, forever in the shade, together. She helped me bury them, and then she sat with me and talked for a bit while I cried and got over my mourning phase. So I'm still sad. I'm still a little shaken. But unfortunately, life and death, some things you can't control, some things you didn't foresee, some things you weren't quite prepared for. It just happens. It just happens, and it's either a learning experience or a wake-up call, or both. And you just gotta move forward. There's not much else to do but move forward. Keep learning, keep getting better, and keep advancing your systems. Just keep making things better. That's all you can do. So, yeah. So heat I've only lost rabbits to the heat. I've never lost rabbits to the cold. And I think out of the 2, heat is the hardest to take care of, because there's only so much you can do with so much materials that you have. So I'm gonna turn on the system and stop the video here because I don't want my camera getting wet while I go work. And yeah. So I am never gonna get another picture like this. It's just too perfect. Oh, so this is Sweet Pea. This is Skippio and Pepper's last daughter. Skippio's only litter he managed to father before he passed away, and Pepper's second litter that she mothered. So, I came up with the name Sugar Pea because I wanted to do something like I thought it would be cool to be able to make a name out of the initials of the parents. And so on Sunday I just kind of wrote down whatever came to mind, and then I handed it to a friend of mine, and she exclaimed, "I like naming things." So she looked at my list and she says, "Sugar Pea. I like Sugar Pea. It's just fun to say." And that's one of the first things that I'd written down was Sweet Pea or Sugar Pea, because S for Skippio, P for Pepper. And so I decided that Sugar Pea would be suitable. And I think that's something that I want to continue doing whenever I have to replace a doe or a buck of mine with one of the kits from a litter that I bred. I want to take the initials of their parents and create a unique name for them. So, I used to want to do themed harems. So Rudy was gonna be Rudy Cutie. His is gonna be a rhyming harem. And then there was Hottie Toddy. And then there was Fruity Tooty. And I think Sherry Berry. But I never quite got to that. Pepper was supposed to be in one. Pepper and nutmeg were supposed to be like ingredients or seasonings. And then there was the drink one that I was gonna do. Root beer, apple cider, cream soda, and orange juice. Which I still actually want to do that one because I think that one's just really fun. And I might do the rhyming one too, who knows. Because I mean, when I do plan on moving, eventually I plan on making some ground runs and switching over to Flemish Giants. Flemish Giants and Angoras, and that's what I plan on doing. That might not be for a while yet, but eventually I will be switching over to all Flemish Giants when I get the chance. I mean, I suppose it's possible that I could do it now, but I rather enjoy getting all the different colors and combinations, so I think I really want to enjoy that while I still have the chance with all of my rabbits that I currently have. Because Flemish Giants are solid. They're usually pretty solid in color. So I can only do so many combinations of colors, and I'm not going to get Brokens or Charlies, which are admittedly my favorites. I really, really like Charlies. I don't know why, but I really do. So yeah. Heat can be a real problem. The misting system is up, and it seems to be helping. I've been keeping a much closer eye on the weather. I'd always paid attention to when it was storming, but the squirrel cage fan was doing its job. Just it wasn't enough on that day of 108 degrees. It just wasn't enough, so something else was needed. So we've improved. And I'm gonna have to keep improving. I've got so many ideas of things I would like to do when we get some land. It's gonna be a little while to set it up, but it's gonna be worth it when I can get around to it. So I can't wait for that, but it's gonna be a while. Anyways, it's just about the end of the week, and we've had a lot of rain lately, so the air is moist, and because of that, the fan back there is actually moving cold air. So it's probably in the 60s right now. It's supposed to get up to like 86. But yeah, they're doing better after that little tragedy. Sugar Pea is doing well. I think she's really pretty. She's got black, brown, and white. Everybody else is doing well. These guys are getting big. Yeah, hey guys, you guys are getting big. I have somebody who's coming to pick him up tomorrow. Probably as a pet, but we'll see. After that, once I get rid of him, I need to repair the cage. You see that? They've done a number on this cage. Good gravy. Even this cage is not sustaining that much damage. So, anyways, that's something I gotta do. Hopefully he'll get a nice home. These guys have got a little bit to go. Hopefully French fry. I'm gonna put a nesting box in her run today, and she should give me on the 31st if she's pregnant. But we all know how that goes. I can't seem to tell if anybody's pregnant or not. These babies are doing just swell. They're doing really good. I have about 4 color variations. Yeah, so my camera battery cut out. I had to go recharge it and stuff. Anyways, as I was saying, I have 4 color variations. I have the little silver one, which likes to hide down in the hole over there. I've got one that looks like Mama that has all 3 colors of like silver, brown, and black. Then I have the ones that are silver and black mostly, and then I have the one that looks a little bit more like this. Anyways, I have like 4 different varieties of color, so that's gonna be interesting. These guys are so funny. Oh, they're so cute. So anyways, while I was waiting for it to charge, I went ahead and put the nesting box in French fries cage. And I know it's a bit early, it's like only the 27th or something, but I want to encourage her to have the babies in the nesting box rather than in one of the holes, just because that's easier to keep track of them in. There's the little silver one. Immediately goes back in the hole. I think he's the most shy of the 7. Anyways, so yeah, hopefully she'll give me, and then we'll have 2 sirloin babies, 2 sirloin litters. Sirloin is gone now, but that means I'll have some pure Flemish Giant mixes, or not mixes, just pure Flemish Giants. Unfortunately, I won't be able to keep any of them because these 2 girls are like cousins. So if I kept a buck from one litter, I'd be breeding semi-close. So I don't want to do that. But what I might be able to do is trade somebody else a Flemish Giant. Because, yeah. I think I've already said this before, but I plan when we get some property, and it's going to be a while before I do this, but when I get some property and I build some of the system stuff that I want and have tested it out, which will take roughly around 4 years, I think, to actually test out. It'll work, but it'll take a while to build it, and so until it's built how I want it, what'll probably happen is I'll probably end up keeping all of these guys until I get that system set up, and then start switching over to Flemish Giants. There'll be other things that I need to build and whatnot, but that's kind of the plan right now, is to switch over to Flemish Giants in the future. But I'm gonna enjoy having color combinations for as long as I can, and who knows, maybe I'll have 2 harems of Flemish Giants, a harem of New Zealands, and a harem of Angoras, but probably not. Alright, it looks like I failed. Looks like French Fries decided where she wants her nest. That's fine. At least I know. Unlike this brat over here. And all her little baby brats. Yeah, I'm talking about you. So I'll probably take that out later since it doesn't seem that she really cares. See, I don't mind this so much. I just need to know so I can check. Now, from what I remember, that hole is actually quite large. And I mean quite large. And it turns slightly at the angle. But I remember putting my camera down there to show you guys. I don't remember where that video is. I don't know that it's changed a whole lot because, I mean, she filled it in with dirt some time ago. But yeah, if that's where she wants to put her nest, by all means, I'll let her do it. And just keep an eye on her. So she hit it again, but this time we know. So I'll check it a little bit later. She's not due quite yet. Next couple of days. So I'll probably check this next Monday after I update this video. Of course, if there are any babies there at that point, it'd be good for you to subscribe to my Patreon because then you'll be able to see them there first.